do you know about sunspots?
Yeah.
Okay, what are sunspots?
I don't know.
There are spots
Ay,
that appear on the
solar
sun.
flares.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's
اصبر
so
بجيك
many
بجيك لسه
Hold on,
building
hold on,
up.
خله-
Okay.
خله- خله- let him cook.
Sunspots are
It's
like
not
spots
cooking
that
though,
appear
bro.
on the sun where it like ejects what is it? Coronal energy, which is like sun matter stuff.
Coronal?
It's like sun stuff. Yeah. And then you have
I got you, Turks.
and then you and then
Please.
okay, and then you have
I thought
sol-
sunspots were freckles, but yeah, Cameron.
okay, and then you have solar flares. You know what solar flares are?
Coronal what?
Yeah.
Coronal ejections.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sounded a little too excited there.
I'm standing by those two words.
It's coronal mass ejection.
Eee,
Mass.
There's mass, son. There's mass in that ejection. It's coronal.
Are huge bubbles of coronal plasma
Yeah.
threaded by intense magnetic field lines that are ejected from the sun over the course of several hours.
SubhanAllah.
That's the ones that you see like it blow up.
So yeah, it's the sun shedding
It goes back
itself,
into-
basically.
yeah.
It's the sun shedding itself.
Into itself.
لا تطلق نفسها إلى الخارج.
Ya ilahi.
Yeah, this
Wow.
is basically what happens. It says,
National Geographic Abu Dhabi.
I am done with sunning. I shall go beyond.
What are you doing?
You know? But yeah, sun is fun. I think that's my
We're not starting. We're not starting with sun
Dude,
is
that's
fun.
stupid. That is stupid.
starting with
That is
the sun
so
is fun.
That's
stupid.
my new motto. Can that be? Can
Look
that
out
be my
for
new
Shamsi's
motto?
new kids book. Sun is fun.
Actually, no, that might be the name of my, new house.
Hey, welcome past the Kabsa. It's your boy Adil. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 223. I got the homie Turks right behind me.
Yo.
I got Champs right next to me.
Yo.
Number one is in our thoughts and prayers.
Who?
Number one.
Who?
Exactly.
What?
Number one is out of our consciousness. We've been taking some medication, so he doesn't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly.
Alhamdulillah, ya Rab. But he came up in the form of a voice note.
No,
He did.
it's a note from the ether, which,
Should we start
In
with
voice form?
manifested out of nowhere.
Should we start with number one's?
Jeep.
I'll start.
Let's start this nonsense.
Hallucinations.
Nonsense.
Yeah. For some weird reason, number one sent us a voice note
From the ether.
from the ether.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let me play it. Hold on.
Hello.
Yo.
Welcome from London,
Okay. Well, I guess we know
and
where
I
everybody is.
greet you, and I wish to welcome you to the listener number one racism hour.
All right, we're good enough.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, thank you, number one, for that.
Thank you. Wow, okay.
We're not going to continue
Yeah.
the voice note.
This is where we started with, right? Okay.
Definitely wearing a robe, smoking a pipe. I can hear.
Exactly. Racism
Yeah.
hour.
He went to haunt someone else. So, I hope he enjoys it.
The whites can have.
Yeah, exactly.
Please.
He has notes, it seems.
So,
Notebooks.
how you guys been?
Great. We're happy to see you, Adil.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, look at us. Look at how fun.
Yeah, we were not here for the last 6 hours
No,
together.
we're not. ما تفرجنا 4 مباريات ورا بعض. We didn't do that.
Yeah, so I miss you guys. How you guys been?
Great.
Yeah. It's
Amazing.
good to have friends. I love my friends.
I mean,
Old friend like these.
I noticed that
these nuts. Anyway, so are you saying?
I noticed that I haven't been seeing you guys as much as I want to lately. And that-
Want to?
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
that makes me sad.
Alhamdulillah.
And
Why haven't you
I
been
saw you
seeing
on
us?
Wednesday. You
Hey,
asshole.
shh.
They don't know.
They don't know. Yeah.
We only meet on podcast days.
Yeah, we need to be better friends.
That's a cool t-shirt. Is it new?
It is. See,
Yes.
there we go.
Shout out to Crooked Guru.
Shout out.
That
to-
wasn't like
yeah.
the planned or no. I know it sounds like an ad. I
and,
know.
and Urban Lot
And
for
Urban Lot. Shout out to Urban
hooking
Lot.
it up.
Kafu Allah.
sir.
I think we
Like
need to start a GoFundMe to help send Kamal from Urban Lot back to Jeddah.
I mean, no, it's great that he's here.
No, I think he needs to go back for a couple of days and just, revive, then come back to us again.
Decompress.
I see him like walking down the neighborhood by himself,
Okay.
just screaming, Urban Lot.
Oh, wow.
That's what Kamal does.
It's called exercise.
Shout out to Kamal.
Adil. Let the man
It's called exercise.
let the man jog.
Let the man jog.
Yeah, just leave him alone.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so what's been new?
Nothing much. What's been going on with you?
No, don't throw it back at me. I asked you a question.
I was complimenting Turks on his shirt. Like he has taste now. Nice shirt.
Every time he wears a floral shirt, you say the same thing.
I like flowers.
I like to compliment him on his knees. He got his knees out today.
They're
He
clean,
got all
bad.
the knees, bro.
Yeah,
He
Fresh.
polished them before he
Yeah.
got
Hey,
it.
turtle wax.
very shiny.
Anyway, you guys want to talk about a serious conversation that's been going on in the industry?
Sure.
Please be serious.
Shit.
Okay.
Let me find one.
Yeah.
You just screwed me with that one, Turk.
yeah, go on.
Let's
Go
segue
on.
to seriousness.
I was on a momentum there. Lovely. You want to talk about Spotify, or you want to talk about TV, or you want to talk about sports?
What's going on with Spotify?
All right, this is actually for podcasters. Spotify reportedly has a $38 million white noise problem.
I saw that.
White noise problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bloomberg reports Spotify considering banning new uploads of white noise podcasts after realizing how much its algorithm promoted them.
Okay. What is a white noise podcast?
Spotify is spending a lot of money on podcasts that don't actually involve any talking. That's according to a report from Bloomberg, which states that the company could increase its annual gross profit by a whopping $38 million if it steers users away from so-called white noise podcasts. These kind of podcasts play various types of relaxing sounds on a loop,
Okay.
like static crashing waves or rain, and they're more popular than you may think.
Mukayif Shabak.
Exactly. One of the reasons for their popularity is that Spotify has been unwittingly pushing them in front of users thanks to its algorithmic push for a talk content.
Okay.
فهمت كيف? According to Bloomberg, the creators behind these podcasts make money off of the ads they play during the episodes. Last year, a report from Bloomberg suggested that white noise podcasters could rake in $18,000 per a month from ads placed by Spotify.
Whoa, that's a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah. Now
What are they
reports,
complaining about? Like,
Based on internal documentation, that white noise podcast made up 3 million daily consumption hours on Spotify as of January 2023.
Like, into you're pushing this with your algorithm. You allowed this on your platform. Why are you mad? You're mad it's working? Doesn't make sense to
no.
me.
The
No.
algorithm is pushing it regardless of if they want it or not.
Okay.
But
The
what
algorithm
are they?
is, for some reason, it thinks that this is something worth pushing, and it starts pushing it to users.
I mean, sometimes.
And then those people basically create a shortcut to make a lot of money off of just loops. So it's supposed to be podcasting. You should be talking.
But isn't if they're making money? Isn't Spotify making money?
One second. Is there a kid speaking? I hear a kid somewhere.
That's a
it's-
trumpet.
It's a, yeah.
Oh my! Okay,
Yeah, I haven't seen a kid in a while. I know.
Thank God.
I'm not sure how much you
Thank
can
God.
see still
Thank
at this
God.
point.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
Sani.
So what's the name? So when you're, for example, we're putting in nonstop hours to make this podcast happen. Okay, those 2 hours of our day in a week, you know, we put a lot of effort into it.
2 hours.
And then you get this weirdo that comes in and puts just a loop of a wave crashing and makes $18,000 a month doing nothing.
But see, that's the thing. People want to listen to waves crashing, don't they?
But people did not find it. The algorithm is pushing it to everyone. And then people are playing
So
it.
the problem is the algorithm. We'll
Exactly.
go back to that.
So I think they couldn't solve the issue.
No, I
This
think
is why they
someone
were
played
like,
the
yo.
algorithm. It's not the algorithm's fault.
I think it's the algorithm's fault.
شوف كمان it depends
Even
on,
Spotify says it's the algorithm's fault.
it depends on what you look for, and if you're going through different podcasts and that's what the algorithm is going to push for you, at some point you're going to end up falling on one of these, right? And at some point you're going to be like, hey, this is nice, you know, it's a change.
Yeah.
It's a change, right? And then you start getting hooked and addicted to that stuff, and I see where you're.
If white noise is better than the content you're listening to, you need to find better content.
Or it's because it's pushing it so much that people are giving it one play and it's counting those plays.
Maybe. Also,
Yes. And
Yeah,
like,
that
yo,
makes sense.
What is this? Oh, let me play it. Okay, I don't like it. Skip. But to the algorithm, that's play. And then all of a
But the
sudden you
algorithm
see
doesn't-
100,000 plays on this thing, so it starts pushing it.
wouldn't the algorithm recognize that someone played this and skipped, so it shouldn't be pushed that much?
I wouldn't
We're
know-
talking about the algorithm as if it's something we can't change, something like a sentient being.
You can
that
change it, but
we're
it doesn't
all-
mean you're going to get the result that you want. So you're going to keep changing it and changing it and changing it and changing it until you find the right results.
And it depends on the metrics that you're basically.
And if you're
trying to,
Spotify, you're doing it on a huge fucking scale, which is the world. And that's going to affect you if you do something wrong. That's money down the drain. So you need to be super careful how you move.
So it's about people like recognizing that the algorithm is not feeding them what they want
No, it's
and
about
getting off the app.
No, I think it's about people just finding it more interesting to listen to white noise than it is to listen to music or the other podcasts that are
No, there
available.
was.
And so what?
There wasn't. A
So what?
boost
At the
in
end of
white
the day,
noise.
you're still on
Consumption.
Spotify,
Okay.
and Spotify is still making money out of it.
Consumption. It's
Let's
about
say
consumption,
one of them
right?
pushed up and you got into your playlist and you play like, yo, skip this. Your playlist has, let's say, 80,000 people on it. 80,000 people played it for at least a second. So it will cheat the algorithm and push it forward more and then I generate more money over doing nothing. Because first off, you're not a podcast. You're sounds.
I'm sounds of nature. I am offering you, unless you're offering me something different, which I don't think most of them will.
Why do you keep changing the topic? They literally they were specific on what it is. It just sounds on a loop.
On a loop. And yeah, there is a market for that. I'm not going to get it on Spotify. I'm going to get it somewhere else, right? So might as well to Spotify keep me on the platform, then allow me or encourage me to go to YouTube to look for this stuff because I'm not going to find it on Spotify.
It's not an issue of it being there or not. It's an issue of the algorithm promoting it more than it should be.
Is it a podcast?
No.
Then why is it being pushed under podcast? This is the problem.
Okay. I see. I
No.
see.
Welcome back, Shamsi.
Yeah, I see. No, listen, I'm looking at it in terms of
Why
a
isn't it a
channel rather
podcast?
than a podcast and under the terms of a podcast.
They're not talking about one person here. They're talking about like
Multiple,
exactly.
you know.
Why
coterie
isn't it a
of-
podcast?
Because podcasts require something called talking, which you don't do very often.
It
You
doesn't
understand?
have to. Yeah, I don't talk.
Exactly.
I'm still a podcast, I suppose.
Okay, it's not a stream,
But-
Turks.
But still, it is content that you
It's not a
are
podcast.
experiencing.
It's not a podcast. Just relax, bro.
Then what would you put white noise as? Music?
White noise. it has a name, Turks. It's called white noise.
But it has a purpose.
yes.
Yeah.
So is holding a fork.
So
I'll put a
so
fork on
is
Spotify.
so is some podcasts. It holds the same purpose as white noise.
No, but we're
You have
looking-
people reading audiobooks.
we're looking
very
at it-
softly.
Exactly,
just-
using their voice.
We're looking at it in terms of Spotify
ASMR.
that offers content where I want people to listen to things. People are going to listen to some podcasts, most of the podcasts. Let me add a lot of those to my library. Some people want to listen to this. So these guys started circumventing the whole, this is not music because it's white noise, and say, hey, it's a, healing channeling podcast. Let's call it that, right? If you want to heal and channel, let me start off with some words of affirmation
So
at
you
the
wanna-
beginning.
Well, that's the
and
thing.
then I shall give you the sound
But that's the thing.
of
There's no words.
rain.
This is the problem.
I'm just saying,
So you want to
The
open up an entire
algorithm-
category?
The Spotify algorithm should be looking at podcasts as voice, not
as
as
people
melody,
conversation,
or
somebody.
But for
talking.
some reason, white noise broke through that.
That's the thing. You already have like two pockets in Spotify. You got the music, you got podcasts. I want to open up something new that is for white noise or ASMR.
no, you're not going to do
That's
that.
that's
That's
up
a
to
whole
them.
new pocket.
That's up to them. They can do whatever the hell they want. But their problem right now is that it's taking over podcasting. And if it's taking over podcasting, it's causing problems for other
for
podcasts.
content creators who are actually.
Exactly.
I
putting in
agree.
time
I
and-
get
time and
that.
This
effort.
is this is the problem. Hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
here.
I'm trying to figure out how would they solve this.
Who cares how they solve it? That's their problem, not ours. You actually just solved it. Just make a fucking category. وانت موضوع.
Or
But you'll do the same for music. You'll go, this is a cappella. This is not. This is instrumentals. This needs a different category.
But white noise is, exactly what
instrumentals
white
still,
noise is.
still falls under music. Exactly. Like if we're talking about music, this is not music.
It's all like audio content that people want to consume.
So should I put audiobooks on Spotify?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Of
I think
course.
that's a good approach.
Why wouldn't
not?
you put audiobooks on Spotify?
Like
You got podcasts.
There's a whole big market of audiobooks out there, and if you make it add it to Spotify, you make it so much more accessible for everybody. Now that opens up the whole idea of languages and translations, and then that's whole just new markets for you to conquer.
That's very difficult.
Yeah, that's new. And
How are you going to do it?
you start with English, start with Spanish, start with the big languages that have
Okay.
big numbers of speakers around the world. Arabic's definitely there as well.
Who owns audiobooks? Who's the biggest owner of audiobooks?
Audible
Audible,
and Amazon.
Amazon at the end of the day.
yeah,
So you think Amazon is going to give Spotify a share?
yeah, probably not. Probably not. But then I'm saying in terms of Spotify,
But all you need is one
conquering-
person to read and the
conquering-
book.
Yeah,
And,
conquering new,
But
frontiers of
Sorry.
audio.
that's what he said. But I cannot create a new category if I can't get enough people to go to that category. Creating a new category and marketing it costs a lot of money. So if I'm going to put audiobooks, I don't want one or two books. It has to be a catalog, or else you'll never open up the audiobooks again.
True.
You know what I mean?
But you already have
because
two
that's the
huge
problem. The
markets.
problem is you are Spotify. So if you open a category, it means you are ready to open that category. You
I
can't
get that.
beta test me on the category.
True. But you already have a huge market for audiobooks. Why not
Yeah,
capitalize on it? If you're
Because
already
there's someone already dominating it and owns almost everything in it.
so
So
That didn't stop them the first time.
how you get how,
Well, when they got podcasts, for example.
so Apple Music. Oh, first off, when Spotify got podcasts, wouldn't bought off all the big Spotify podcast companies.
And they did.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can't do that with audio when there's something called Amazon that can eat you alive.
There's already a monopoly in the market. That's
Exactly.
the problem.
It's
The
done.
A monopoly has
True.
been going on for a long time, and it's more difficult for you to break in because Amazon is such a dominant competitor. You know, I think they like. I wouldn't be mistaken. I wouldn't be.
They'll buy you
surprised-
out.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if they have
That's
80%.
why Amazon
They
method,
have
true,
80%
yeah.
of the market. You know,
Yeah.
like I would imagine that to be
And Amazon's not gonna give up a percent, bro.
yeah.
It'll buy you out before give up anything. And you're Spotify, you're never gonna be bought out.
And plus, again, in terms of being accessible to the entire world, it's not going to be an easy thing. You know, you're going to have to go language by language, market by market. What kind of books am I? It doesn't have the same mass appeal, I would say, compared
As
to
music, yeah, true.
yeah,
I agree.
or podcasts.
True.
It's not as accessible.
True. حق
know.
مثقفين. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to browse.
مثقفين.
You're not going to shuffle through audiobooks, right? That's not going to happen. Going to go purchase this one product, sir. Thank you. Let me have it.
Yeah. True. That's actually what I do. Yeah.
All
But-
right. Well, since we just solved all of of it,
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, Spotify.
Music industry.
سهلون.
Yes. We,
Give you solutions.
TikTok is making a competitor برضو
Music.
Spotify and Apple Music.
the way I look at TikTok music is the same way I look at YouTube music.
Yes,
It's too early.
I agree.
You know, you're already a little bit late to the game.
And they announced something stupid also that your music recommendations will be based on the TikToks that you like, which is
A problem when I like a meme.
Exactly. All the memes have standard music already linked to it. None of the music is something that I'm going to listen to. But now, خلاص اللي.
What's the
Turks' algorithm is gonna say, "Yo, what are you doing to
Bum,
me, please?
bum.
sir, leave me alone.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm in blues. I'm in country. I'm in techno.
luck.
I wouldn't,
Spotify's still having a hard time صراحة.
All of a sudden, K-pop.
صراحة.
I wouldn't be surprised that what Turks listens to, honestly, in terms of. Thank you for the disco playlist.
يستاهل.
See,
يستاهل.
the man has disco playlists.
Of course.
Because I'm trying to
He
figure
always had this
out
complaint.
what does TikTok music offer that is different or
We
not?
still don't know. They still announced it. Just announced it.
What does YouTube music offer that's different than you?
That you have like the YouTube subscription, so you skip ads on the YouTube videos and you get music on top of it. But their catalog, I think, is smaller
Trash.
than
Yeah.
it's not as much as Spotify or Apple Music.
Okay, it's very basic
yeah.
for me to pay. Basically.
Yeah, but for YouTube, the way they look at it, it's like, yo, you're uploading your music video either way to us. So how about you just upload the whole track?
True. Yeah.
Plus, for YouTube, we have
Yeah. It's a smart idea, but when I'm driving, I'm not playing something off of YouTube.
because you haven't curated playlists on YouTube about of music that you enjoy and listen.
Yeah, but I do hear that the YouTube music algorithm is really good. That once you play something, it's gonna give you the same.
It should.
Neat.
It should.
It should,
They are the algorithm.
but yeah, it's kind of better than Spotify. That's what I hear. I haven't tried it, to be honest.
Sound quality makes a difference, though.
No,
know.
you got. Of course, they got sound.
Honestly, I really do believe the Spotify algorithm. Like I still managed to find good music just by it saying, "Hey, you like the
Good
song?
music.
You like the song? Let me give you 10 more."
Yeah.
And 3 of them ended up being, something that you.
I got a playlist with one track in it only.
That's a very sad track.
It's not sad. It's heavily.
This is not a
reliant.
playlist.
Yeah.
This is a track.
Yeah, that's one track. I know.
It's just a track.
It's called a single.
But that track, the playlist is not like Ajnabi. I'm just letting you know. Okay, it has
Okay.
one track in it.
Wayne,
Whenever I
yeah,
play it,
Wayne. I'm sorry.
it allows the algorithm to just go give me the same vibe. Basically, that's why I use that playlist. It's just for the algorithm to do its thing. Like,
And
flex,
well,
go.
Flex.
Okay. What kind of
Yellow
plug
lady.
ajnabi have you?
You want me to play the song?
I'm curious.
I don't think you're gonna like it, but
No, but I want to see what kind of plug
Why
you've
do we need
managed
to
to
get
explore.
copyrighted again and again and again, boys?
I mean, it's plug ajnabi.
you're connected to the thing, صح? I'll send
Yes.
you the track.
Yeah, I don't use Spotify, by the way.
You don't. صح.
Yes. I'm a man of upper class.
You know what? Then never mind. I'll send you the
Thank
track
God.
later.
Yeah,
Exactly.
with the
Yeah.
disco
God.
playlist.
I don't
Thank you
wanna
for
play
that
this.
one.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
we move on after we solve this.
Sure.
yes,
Hey.
we've
Okay.
solved,
We solved
we've solved
Spotify.
music.
We
Alhamdulillah.
solved Spotify. We solved music.
Yeah, basically,
You're welcome, all the algorithms.
and artists.
Anyway, I had a good conversation with because unlike you guys, I actually have friends that we talk.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
okay.
We actually have conversations. Unlike your lonely lives where you just go to work and go home.
Look at you talking.
Look at me having friends.
Yeah.
So the conversation was around television, sports, and the future.
Okay.
All right.
Those are big words.
Oh, of course. Because as we just solved Spotify, we're about to solve TV
Yeah.
and sports
And the future.
And the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Future is easy.
Yeah.
Future side.
Oh,
Sports.
and the division. خلص the future.
Yeah, exactly. We're done.
Vision موجودة.
We're already on our way.
Now let's get to TV and sports.
Yeah.
The growth of sports is highly tied to whatever happens to the next generation of TVs.
Okay.
Of TVs.
TVs
Yes.
or TV consumption.
So right now, we have tablets, we have our phones, we have everything, but TV is still powerful.
True.
Yeah.
You're not gonna sit around and watch a whole game on a tablet.
And you still use TV to watch news and any other formats, basically.
You
Exactly.
can get that on your tablet either way. It's a matter of scale. That's about it. صح?
That's it.
Yeah.
بس إنه يعني مثلا TV channels are still optimized for TVs rather than for computers or tablets. You get my point? Go on.
True.
Anyways.
Okay. Play.
Yeah, but right now in TVs you have
Oh,
applications.
news channels for صح
TV, you have applications like Shahid, like Apple TV, which gives you also the TV.
So I'm thinking about more your CNNs, your 24-hour news channels that
There
are
are
still,
also applications in the US that you can see them on your app. They have
or,
their own apps.
or on YouTube.
Yeah.
HBO, all of them.
Okay.
So you are not going to be able to make any difference in sports. You're not going to be able to raise the bar in sports until you figure out where TV is going. If TV is going smaller and smaller and smaller, then you have a problem that's going to be over and over again, which is, hey, a lot of people are not going to sit on their tablets to watch your sports. People want to watch it on a big TV. They want to see the whole action. They want to get the replays. So I think the bet was, do you remember, I don't know if it's still going on, but for a couple of years, some matches from the Premier League were on YouTube? Or was it on Amazon? I think it was on Amazon.
Amazon, maybe.
It was on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
It was
maybe,
something like that.
maybe Amazon in the States.
I think Serie A was the one on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was on YouTube.
So I think that was them testing. Amazon was testing, and also YouTube was testing. How would people
Consume.
exactly sports on streaming platforms? Is this the next direction? And until now, I think the bet is still this is going to be the next direction.
Should be.
Amazon comes in and says, you know what, guys, if you have Amazon Prime, you guys are going to have all the leagues, right? Similar what Apple TV did with the MLS right now.
Which is paying off for them.
Yeah. I think Shahid also has some.
Chad has Saturday Sports.
Yeah.
Which is also paying off for Shahid.
Yes.
Definitely.
So if the next direction is going to be off streaming services, what value does you going with Sky Sports or going with any of these traditional TV companies that offer the same thing? Because right now Premier League is with Sky Sports. Why? Because of the big ass number they gave them for that.
But that's the thing. The Premier League came into existence because of Sky Sports.
Exactly.
And has managed to maintain the momentum and the growth it has due to large part to Sky Sports contracts increasing on every cycle, right? Obviously, the global, rise in viewership and the global rise in the value of those broadcasting deals has also helped. The fact that the Premier Leagues have been able to attract a lot of the big stars, comes to that. The fact that it has a lot of historic teams comes to that. Like all of that plays a factor as well. But those big challengers are there and have been there for a long time. And it's not easy to get rid of them. There's not a lot of them. But then again, they're still there. And you still have your CBS. You still have your, NBC in the States.
BN Sports.
You still have your BN Sports globally broadcasting all of these. So there is competition in terms of those traditional broadcasters and the streamers. And then keep in mind, the traditional broadcasters also have to put up with all the legacy technology that comes with, broadcasting. Streamers don't really have experience or knowledge in that.
What do you mean?
Yani, for streaming, you're going digital completely. But do you have the operational capability to actually handle, the technical side of it in the stadiums?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's
Isn't that
something-
stadium
It's not a
specific?
problem.
No, and it's just that broadcasting, avenue channel is different at the end of the day. You're going through
No,
satellite.
it's very doable. and
Yeah,
easy.
you're going
Yeah.
through satellite. You're going through.
Actually, for streaming, it's actually much better than going for
digital
traditional
internet.
TV. Because for streaming, you can actually go up to 8K if you want. and actually set up 8K cameras and actually have resolution of 8K in streaming.
You're not limited to the capabilities of.
Yeah, there's no
traditional.
bandwidth limit when it comes to TV. TV, you until today, you don't have full 4K. You don't have that.
You do have it on some of the matches, not on all of the.
Those are Ultra HD. I don't think those are actually really 4K. I don't think there's any bandwidth that handles 4K today.
Correct me if
There's
I'm
so
wrong.
much data.
It is based on the stadium and what equipment the stadium has.
Yeah.
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Broadcasting
How- lighting. It's just like when you're shooting a movie. The temperature of the light matters. The direction of the light matters. All that matters. So
And
that's going to be the production side.
The cameras also. They're not like
Everything.
taking the cameras from stadium to stadium. It's each stadium and their cameras.
Depends on the production company. Some companies will come only for match days and set up everything for you for that match. and
Okay,
disappear.
interesting.
And some of them will have everything built in. We just plug and play.
No, it's
Interesting.
the question here is: do we think that there is danger for the traditional TV broadcasters? Is that the question?
Because if everyone's moving to streaming, then there becomes no point of you going with the traditional television broadcasters, right? But at the same time, you have... See, TV is proven. It's been here.
And the
Everyone was born into it.
and the pay-per-view format has been making money for a
All
long
of that.
time.
All has been proven for a long, long time. Since what, 50s, 60s? Something like that?
50s.
So since then, you already knew what TV does, what it's good for, what it is a good
And how to
Absolutely
use it
nothing,
through
yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
and how to use it through advertising and
If I go with streaming,
how to monetize
let's
it.
say I go with a company like Amazon, right? I tell Amazon or even YouTube, right? Okay, you're on the streaming platform. You guys are giving me a big amount of money to bring everyone here to watch, whatever to the end, right? And then you give that up to YouTube. If something happens
Your internet connection.
to YouTube, it affects your sports.
What
If
do you-
all of a sudden, if there's a problem that occurs and people start canceling out YouTube,
Yeah.
in terms of a company, in terms of the
people's,
actual
like, what do I,
service offering.
yeah, we don't want to
Either
go
way.
on YouTube anymore. There's a new competitor that we all go into. We're not going to YouTube. But so you have a 10-year deal with YouTube.
Mhm.
And then you watch your match days, all your numbers start falling.
Okay. So we're talking about the fact that technology companies are not as long term as broadcasting companies. Any method on Facebook was dominant across the social media space 10, 15 years ago. Right now, there's a huge competition from X, Y, and Z or whatever.
Exactly.
Literally X. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, literally.
Literally, X is one of them.
Yes.
That's actually a good, look at it. Plus, the trend of technology is very fast. Maybe today we're watching this on regular YouTube, and that's the deal I signed with the regular YouTube. But tomorrow, hey, there's this new virtual reality YouTube.
See, the whole VR thing, I don't really believe in it because until today, everyone says, yo, if I'm spending 2 hours on this, I'm going to lose my mind. Everyone's been getting headaches. If you tell me I'm going to chase a fucking player going back and forth like this,
That would be dope, actually.
But
That would be.
no,
Imagine
If you can like tap in and tap out, basically.
yeah, but if I tap out, I can't watch the game anymore.
No, if you tap out and there's still a screen in front of you where you can watch the game, but if you want all the extra stats and everything, replays, whatever, you just put on the goggles and.
That requires 2 subscriptions.
Bro, imagine.
No, it's once. I'm just trying to figure out a way of like when you take off your
I know.
headset and
So
and the
imagine-
music still plays.
Imagine like, oh, okay, I'm getting dizzy. Let me take this off for a few minutes. The second I put it down, there's a goal.
yeah, exactly.
Let's go bring it
Yeah,
back in.
Yeah, but how the way it works now, and I'm just imagining, how does it work now for sports?
What do you mean?
In terms of VR?
You've
doesn't-
seen the Apple thing.
It doesn't-
That's what they announced.
It's just a demo.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it. It
Just a
doesn't
demo.
exist.
Okay, what was the demo? What did it show?
You're wearing the Apple Vision Pro thing, and you got the screen in front of you, and then you got stats on the right, replays on the left,
Okay,
the animations here and there.
okay.
Yeah, it makes you more immersive.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you can evolve that in so many different ways.
you
Like-
can.
like
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can-
That
like,
was just a demo.
Imagine you can actually put like some sort of visor on the coach, or not the coach, on the referee.
Oh, dude, no, you
Right.
want to go for the whole like
And then you put
POV kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then you put on the headset, and then you can actually see what the referee sees.
Do you think most of the players in the
Imagine
Premier
that,
League,
that
in the
would
Premier
be-
League,
I know,
That's
why not? But
would
that's
go
so
like, okay,
crazy.
The
bring that
MLS
GoPro. Well, let's do this.
Then I
The
talk about
MLS All Stars game, they did it. The referee had a camera and a mic, and you can hear him while he's running. Some of the players actually wore it.
okay.
Okay, it was not fun.
I think that would be cool.
No,
honestly.
because you when you're looking
You're in
at
the middle of the stadium.
yeah, but
you're
what are
middle
you
of the
looking
field.
at? The game was over there. The players are there. You want
You play
every
FIFA.
single player to wear a camera?
No, I'm
Did
talking
you
about-
ever change the?
at some level,
No, relax.
you know,
You play FIFA.
switch
صح ولا
through the
You know they're
players.
humans, right?
Did you ever change the view
Yes,
on FIFA
Okay, they are also entertainers.
to like player
No, they're
focused?
Once upon a time, a long time ago.
Well, yeah, and then you switch back.
Yeah,
على طول.
3 minutes later.
Thank you very much. So why would you have that like across?
Bro, it's an offering. It's an additional channel for me to access
Why?
this content.
Why though?
Why? They're
Why
not.
though?
First off, footballers are not entertainers. Yeah, Shamsi. They're actually athletes.
And they're athletes.
Yes.
You know, they're
They're not here to
athletes.
dance for you. They're not monkeys, Shamsi.
What I meant by entertainers are they have the celebrity status that comes with being, you know, adored.
Celebrities.
And,
No,
you know, followed
that's
by-
the fan bases created those things.
Mm.
He's still an athlete.
I agree.
Okay, like
I agree.
every time I hear, "Oh, this player had a scandal," he's an athlete.
You know, why do you carry anybody?
You know, like I don't care. I care about
Yeah.
him on the field.
It's not about his morals. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He didn't make it to the field.
His-
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay, like, give me someone else to fit in there.
Yeah, values and ethics, not in sports.
No, it's not about value. Okay, first off, if we're gonna talk about values and ethics, we should wipe out all of sports really quick.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's shiny.
Okay,
It's shiny.
exactly.
You know, it's shiny.
So don't play that game with
It
me.
jumps.
It jumps.
Jumps. Yeah.
Ooh.
Does backflips. You know, this fireworks, bad.
Sports is dominated by money.
It always
For a
has-
reason.
It always has been. And I
Yes,
think-
but for a reason though. It's because it is a form of entertainment.
there we go.
But they're not entertainers, they're still athletes.
True.
So of course, if someone loves it that much, its price will go up, like everything else. But so money is very important in sports, and where sports go, it's going to dictate on how much money is going to require for it to go that way.
Hence, you know, your Apples and Amazons trying to muscle into the market
Exactly.
and basically say, hey, let me do you something different and offer you this content in a different way.
Apple is streaming the
Yep. You can
what-
subscribe for the whole MLS for no reason,
MLS. Yeah.
and you can just watch a bunch of clowns running around messing.
No, because Messi. That's the reason. Yo,
Why is it
this
called MLS?
Major League Soccer.
Ah,
Yeah,
they had to
Should
put
be
baseball in it.
MLF, but يعني, they missed that trick.
I'm surprised it wasn't Major League Soccer of the world,
صح? Yeah,
Okay.
true.
and whoever wins is the world champion.
You know, it's called the world. That's why it's called the world playoffs.
The super final.
Yeah.
Because there's no classicals.
Yeah.
The super final.
You know when the MLS first started, they had their own way of doing penalties. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
What?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Someone would run in into the penalty.
You would have to run in like across from half the field or something.
And I think,
right?
I think you can only get 2 touches of the ball before
no,
you have to shoot it.
yeah,
Two
no.
touch.
No, wait. Yeah. So yeah.
Stop ruining the game. I don't like the game, but stop ruining it. Come on.
Okay, no.
The game has changed.
The ball wasn't on the penalty spot. Like you could
Ah,
actually
you had
grab
to,
the ball.
like-
You could grab the ball and run with it
You
as
don't grab, you kick the ball.
like after you pick it up.
Yeah.
تركض شوي.
You run in with the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That is stupid.
But then shoot.
Cool story, bros.
Okay,
So
that's
anyway, back
hockey.
to the
But okay.
conversation.
It's called innovation.
No, it's called hockey.
That's actually true.
Are you subscribed to Apple Plus?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How many subscription services would you say you're subscribed to?
Apple, Netflix, Disney. I think that's about it.
3.
That's about it.
Hulu, no Hulu.
I got standards.
No Amazon.
I got standards.
Come on, you don't have
I don't
Amazon
have
Prime?
Amazon. I used to have a long time ago.
You don't have Amazon Prime?
Nope, no, I don't.
Okay. I thought you would be Amazon Prime kind of guy.
No, the hell I'm not.
Is that a compliment?
I have no idea who that is.
I don't know.
Do you have any?
I'm not 50.
Do you have OSN?
Yet.
Do you have OSN or?
OSN, no. I got Shahid. Oh, it's not Shahid. I forgot Shahid.
Well, it's Shahid. That's 4.
Yeah.
So you don't have OSN.
Again, I got standards.
Well, again, see,
Every time a guy pulls up to me and shows me the OSN card, I'm like, yo, you still exist? I don't want to, son.
Well,
and, that happened yesterday. He's like, عندنا عروض. I'm like, I'm paying the cashier, bro. I'm trying to get the hell out of here.
well, see, you're not the market for it because the type of content that you want to watch is something that you'll always want it on demand. But there is still a market for people who want to flip through
Of course.
the TV.
Because the last time I opened
Yeah.
Netflix was like 3 months ago. I don't know why I'm still paying for it.
I mean, it's got a good movie. Which one?
All right. Cool story,
What?
bro.
They Clone Tyrone. That's a good movie. Watch They Clone Tyrone.
Okay.
It's about a guy called
What's the
Tyrone.
point you want to get to? طيب,
have it.
Chelsea?
I
Okay,
don't know
about
what-
subscriptions.
What I'm trying to get to
Right.
is even OSN right now is a streaming service because you can just get the online version of it and you watch it on your Apple TV.
True, but you're
And it
not
just
watching the
offers
entire
you-
thing.
No, but it offers you the content that they create plus the rights that they have. So there has been a melding, like a hybridization of the market right now because you don't even have to have a receiver to be able to access all this stuff. Like I can watch NBC through Shahid. I don't
The channels or
yeah, the channels, all
Yeah.
the NBC channels. I can watch them through Shahid. I can
Al-Arabiya,
I
everything.
can get the live content through Shahid, right? So that leaves for me, for example, Jazeera. Why am I still subscribing to Jazeera?
See
I'm
that-
very
yeah.
purely
Who
going
has
there.
a subscription to Jazeera?
I mean, being sports.
Bein Sports.
Going through Jazeera Sports, old branding. But you're only going there,
Family ties.
or you're mostly going there for the sports, right? Like this is the content you're there for. You're not there
Yes.
for the movies.
that
You're
is
not
the
there
question. TV is basically living off the old generation that is not like, I don't know, reliant on YouTube and on-demand
for- talking about
content.
The old generation of people,
Yes.
The way we buy TVs today,
older.
It's
No, I'm
all
not talking
up-
about TVs. I'm talking about like receiver. I'm talking about satellite TV. It's reliant on people who are not
Digital-
completely into the whole like the on-demand streaming service kind of viewing.
I think Shahid. is
Other than
changing
that,
by
is
the
it
way.
only football? Is it only sports that is keeping people on TV?
No, I think there's a
News,
there's a
you're
big-
still
That's-
you're already getting
that's
it
what I was
online.
about to just say when you just cut me off and disrespect me in front of all these
Nistahil. What are you
Eight-
talking about?
tens and tens of people. So what's the name? So right now when we buy TVs, why are we buying them? We want the latest technology, why for our gaming,
Yes,
right, and for our streaming services.
true,
When we want Ultra HD, we sign up to Netflix for Ultra HD,
true.
right? So all the TVs today come with all the technologies. I still think the receivers here is still much cheaper than going and buying 3, 4, 5 subscriptions every single
It
month.
is.
Exactly.
But it doesn't offer you the same amount of content.
Doesn't offer you on demand.
Like, do you really want me to tell you that everybody's bootlegging? Do you want me to
Yeah,
say
I
this?
mean,
That's,
This is what's happening, bro.
no, but that is also yani,
I know people that still do not go to the cinema. They still download it
fair
Okay.
point.
Yeah,
Fair
but
point.
so
And
again-
watch it before it's released.
that is
in Russian.
yeah.
yeah, but see, again, we go back to digitally savvy market versus, and we're talking about the 70% who are younger who can actually figure out how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Versus the 30% who are older who, are not bothered to actually go and look for their content. Plus, for me, part of the problem when it comes to the streaming services is you don't know what you want to watch sometimes. You just want to flip through and just give me something.
And that's
Right.
why a lot of
But-
people حط NBC2 والله موجود action يلا خليك قاعد على action.
Exactly. So for that, there is.
Do you still do
there
that?
is- bro? There is an appeal for that.
Yeah, it's a huge appeal.
Yeah, there is an
Yes,
appeal for that. I don't want to think. I don't want to. And مثلا, a lot of the times I'd walk into the house, right, and I'd see the family chilling, and I'm watching a show about a house being designed, like choosing drapes and shit. I'm like, why are we watching?
Oh, grand design. I love that shit.
whatever the hell, right? Like, why are we
That's
watching?
my vibe.
Sometimes
That is.
there's fishing, right? Like, and okay, this is very comforting and calming, right? But why are we watching this? And okay, it's just background. And this
Yeah.
is what you don't
Let's
get.
be
with the
honest.
streaming
TV
services.
has this like
Background is
it has a
great selling
character
point.
that you can never beat.
Like,
Like
we grew up with
like for
on TV.
example, I'll put National Geographic on TV any day, but I would not play. What's the name of the one for on Netflix? Our World, Our Planet, or whatever.
Planet Earth.
Planet Earth. There we
Yeah.
go. I'd play it once, but I won't really go back to it. Unless it's on mute.
Yeah.
But National Geographic is on. I'll be doing something like, oh, there's an alligator.
Bro,
attacking-
Shark Week. I
There
fucking
you
love
go.
Shark Week,
There
man.
you go.
What are you talking about?
There you go.
Bro, I just saw a video of a great white shark eating a seal. My man.
Vibes.
Bro, first of all, sharks are terrifying. That's
لا يا
one.
شيخ.
Okay.
لا يا شيخ.
برو انت
News.
شفت اكله كذا بفمه وبعدين طار فيه
ما
فوق
شاء الله.
اوكي
So الشارك
دخل
اكله بفمه.
ما شاء الله.
bro the swiftness of the shark
Swiftness.
okay it
He
was
came with the quickness.
yeah man
finesse.
he, like,
أكلها أروان.
we were talking about a predator we're talking about a predator that's a predator but yeah
You're a
but
predator.
sometimes
sorry.
sometimes you just want to watch Shark Week. Sometimes you want to see bears picking up salmon from the river.
Would you rather walk into the house and see Shark Week on TV or get into your little kuch and then go to Netflix and play Shark Week?
Bro, I'm never gonna play Shark Week.
Thank you.
Shark Week is gonna.
So we just
play
showed
me.
that we all
True.
still value TV.
That's the thing. It's only for background like content. That's what we want.
No, it's not about that. And again, the news. And sometimes there's times of day where like, you know what? No, I'm used to watching the news at 9 p.m. Khalas, at this time, enough things have happened in the world. It's time for me to learn.
It's almost 9.
I gave you a day.
Things are about to stop happening.
I gave you all day.
Yeah, exactly. Like the evening news, the 9 o'clock news is the thing for a reason, right?
That's when things
Because,
stop happening and they report on it.
Because
10 o'clock, things start happening
No, no,
again. Yeah.
because you're gonna go to sleep right after, and this is your daily dose of knowledge and information.
You're going to go to sleep right after. Oh, okay.
الناس الطبيعية.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
people who are healthy and have a future.
Normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are certain trends that are hard to break. يا أخي, I want to watch Maria Mercedes يوم السبت بعد الساعة 4 العصر.
No, that's very specific, bro.
That
was very specific.
I know the story.
شميت ريحة بيتنا. Yeah.
Exactly. I know that the story is never going to end, I know it's terrible acting, but, جدتي قاعدة تاكل تمر, and like there's a certain vibe. You get my point? Allah yarhamha. Like there's a certain kind
There's a
of
vibe.
like خلاص, this is what we're doing. This is the activity. I don't have that with streaming. That relationship
But
doesn't exist.
do you see that with the younger generation?
I mean,
Do you see that with our generation?
I see it best in terms of
Barely.
sports. In terms of sports, yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sports is the only thing that's.
And this is why I
that's-
told you TV, sports, and future. Because that's the one thing that's tying all of us to TV.
Exactly.
يعني كان في أشياء زي 18 that used to do that, but
Yeah, but we're talking about today.
Yeah.
We're not talking about back in the day.
yeah, but I'm saying, yeah.
Tash Matash is not because of the content they did. No, it's about tradition.
No,
It's
no,
about
but,
فطور Ramadan.
that's what I'm saying.
بعدين 18.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like,
Because
So
it's tied already.
we're still using TV as something that's traditional
Yes.
and the same value. Because Ramadan has always been Ramadan. When Ramadan comes around, we all switch to the thing that we always do in Ramadan, no matter what happens.
لا وبشوف تلفزيون مصر.
NBC hasn't changed that jingle in forever. son.
بشوف عادل إمام مش عنده مسلسلات, يعني عرفت في أشياء, and then again, يعني you look-
Again, the fact that we give Adil Imam so much love to his latest shitty movies that he's been doing.
bro,
Because of all the great things he did before. Come on, man.
Like, yo, we know this is like an honorary lap.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we
Do your
accept
thing,
it.
Ad. Do your thing.
Take my money. Take my money.
you deserve it. You deserve
Take
it.
my money.
You're Adil Imam. You have your own
This was
standards.
from when I was a kid. I remember that. There you go, sir.
Now,
Buy yourself something nice.
now the question is, do you think we would actually, when will we see a streaming platform that competes with Shahid in terms of offering Arabic content?
Nobody.
You don't think we'll see that?
Oh, no. Not
At all?
anytime soon.
Like,
That's
yeah.
going to be difficult.
And
That's going to be really
I can
difficult.
explain to you why right now, very simply.
I want you to, but just the reason for that is you would want to, when Netflix came out, it, I think, drove everybody else in the TV network game to step up their game, whether that's in terms of offering different services like Disney did, like Hulu did, like HBO did, or in terms of like diversifying their content to fit a global audience. But then again, Netflix still has hits that nobody else has come close to. Squid Game doesn't have.
I'll talk about Saudi. I'm not in the world, okay? Even our region. Embassy has a chokehold on the whole game.
True.
Rightfully so.
In what sense?
And everything.
Okay.
In terms of great TV content, in terms of shows and movies, they have a strong hold. Now, I'm not saying that everything they do is amazing. No, it's so far away from that. They always have, there's more misses than hits.
Okay.
There's temporary hits. We get that a lot. Like 5-6 episodes, like, yo, and then episode 7, like, ugh. We just ignore. So competing with someone the turnaround time is so quick and the whole industry already works for them, it's super hard. It's like you're trying to take on Apple.
Exactly. NBC is a monster.
The only people here that can compete with them in the future and will require so much money and so much backing. And before I tell you who it is, I think if they get close enough, they will be bought up before they become that big again. Because NBC is such a powerhouse. It's Tefaz 11.
Okay.
If
point.
Tefaz does this thing like it's been doing, if we get more Sattats, if what's the next movie's coming out? Ali's movie. Get to me. Mandoop.
Yeah.
Right? If this one really hits the way bidnillah, it's going to hit, and we see the other side of Tefaz 11, Tefaz 11 is going to be in the forefront to actually compete against the movies that comes out of NBC. And if they keep competing and they keep winning because they speak the same language as the people, right? And then we're going to hold Tefaz 11 to a certain status more than we do today. And then once they conquer that, Tefaz 11 can go and say, you know what? We did so good in movies. Let's say they did 20 movies, right? And 13 were a hit. 10 were a hit. I'll give them a 50-50.
That's still huge.
That's still huge,
True.
right? And then Tifaz says, you know what? Let me start, looking at shows and creating a series where writing is gonna be for so long.
Bro, I'm gonna watch that.
Exactly.
I'm already gonna watch that.
And Tifaz gets into it, and then slowly but surely, in their own way, in their own style, if they can build that, again, it requires a lot of resources, a lot of people, a lot of money behind it, a lot of oversight.
Yeah.
And once they start doing that, and then now we have these shows by Tifaz 11 that's on Netflix, then what stops Tifaz 11 from having their own streaming service? Money.
I mean, that's on a long term. We're talking about
the
a
only
long
problem
term
that Tifaz, it's not even a long term. This can be done in less than 10 years. That's not long term.
But they need a catalog.
That's what I'm saying. You need the catalog.
Exactly.
You need the catalog
me
to
the
be able
money.
to do that.
Give me the funding to be as powerful as NBC, but don't give me NBC's money. No, give me the funding in the movie sector for me to be able to create these things, be able to get a hit and miss. Allow me to do that.
Allow me to learn. Allow me to grow.
No, I already know.
Yeah.
But allow me the space to be myself the same way I was by myself in Sattar. Right? If I can do that, then nothing stops them. Seriously, nothing stops them.
That's an
And
interesting
I would
proposition, honestly.
rather have.
I would love to see that, to be quite honest.
I would rather have Khair Allah, Ala, Ali, Ndouhi to be on top of the whole thing, looking down, saying how we should direct things, more than I would want them to be minkarifin to create work.
You want them to be overseeing the entire creative
Because
rollout,
if
let's
you
say.
bring in all the right people under them and you just allow them to have oversight and the last word, the final word before release, I think we're going to be in great hands.
You're talking about
Especially to local content. That's why I said in Saudi.
True.
talk about building the next generation of basically not content creators, but movie and TV.
That is what it's
Creators.
called today. It is all content creation. Movies.
It's a huge
TV
what if.
shows.
It's a huge. It's a huge risk also.
We're talking about, and you look at. First of all, thank you guys for actually leading this conversation here, because I think this is.
That's what we do. Son. That's what we do.
No, it's an interesting.
I am him.
This is a nice alley that we just stepped off into, right? Because now we're talking about the transformation of the production itself from being, hey, let me come up with an idea, and then after I come up with the idea, I go and I sell it to different channels, and as soon as I get the funding from the channels, I actually go and produce the idea, and then it runs in Ramadan or during a certain time period.
There you go.
To where we are right now, where you're pitching these ideas to not channels, to streaming services. You're going to Shahid, you're going to NBC, you're going to Netflix. You're saying, hey, this is my idea. Give me money. Let me execute it. But now, yes, I do agree. NBC is dominant. I think once upon a time, ART had a chance if they had lasted long enough to be able to jump into this game.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
OSN, I believe, does have. I'm not sure if it's a big library, but I'm sure they do have a library of Arabic content because they have produced their own shows. They have released their own shows. But
and Rotana are the two big boys in their own fields. And you cannot be next to them. You cannot compete with them. All you can do is take a small sector from them and try to fight that sector.
so
That's all you can do.
the 10% basically where
Yeah,
NBC.
you don't need to go into TV channels and all that stuff.
20%.
You don't need to put yourself into all that hecticness. What you need is your own lane. You want to compete, you compete on something specific.
No, and keep in mind, NBC managed to build the platform Shahid, which now is streaming.
Which was long overdue, by the way.
not just long overdue. It was a super clever move because it allowed them to bring out their entire library of shows that they've bought the rights for in terms of, the Turkish shows and everything else across their different channels. And plus, getting Dawri Saudi on itself is a coup, right? Getting all the Riyadh season highlights from concerts to shows to all of that is a coup on itself. So when you combine all those together, it makes it very hard for anybody else in the region to compete. The offerings themselves speak for themselves,
It's a huge task.
It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out because I don't. And I think you do need at some point somebody else to come into the market to do something different for, NBC to still
It's great competition, basically.
feel that hunger, right?
Yeah.
Feel that hunger, because the longer you are on your own, the longer at some point you get complacent, and then you would need somebody else to come in just to shake you out of that sense of stupor that you end up being.
Wake up. Wake up.
Yes.
But do you think
need
NBC
you.
is in that state right now?
Sleeping?
It's
No,
not
no.
I
sleeping,
don't
but
think so.
you said it. Like there's a lot more hits than misses than there are hits.
Can I
right?
tell you what
That's
I
TV.
think is NBC's problem?
Like honestly, like
Well, that's TV.
is it though?
Even Netflix, even streaming services.
I don't think that
more
applies
misses
for,
than hits.
I don't think that applies for HBO. I don't think that applies for
I think that applies for everybody.
I think it does.
That
HBO.
applies for everybody.
Really? I think
Yeah, it
HBO is the other way
No,
around.
because you just remember the hits.
Yeah,
I think
That's it.
FX had a good run for a good while. I
but
remember.
still, a lot of misses.
NBC's problem is they're not. We don't have a lot of. Let me tread lightly here,
Mhm.
so I don't.
Stump.
I don't
Stump,
get a phone
Mike.
call
Yeah.
tomorrow. Oh fuck it! It's just stump.
Yeah.
The market is trash.
In what sense?
The writing is not up to par. The acting is not really up to par. We need people to actually be dedicated to acting, to want to be an actor, and not to look like a moron. We need people who can actually write a story that people can actually feel, rather than making a skit and turning it into a movie.
Agreed.
There's
I
so
completely
many
agree.
problems in the market. That's why NBC can't be strong. And this is why it gives Telfaz 11 and other people who work in the same field an edge to be able to take them out. Or actually to compete, not take them out.
So,
NBC is still
so we're
strong.
talking about lack of experience and expertise, two problems that we have known about and we've mentioned before because there hasn't been the creative space for a lot of people to actually be able to exercise.
Exactly. We have the Film Commission, who is okay. I can't say it out loud. We have the Film Commission because they're sleeping. Inshallah, when they wake up,
Stupor, but
you know,
I'm gonna shake people.
it's a commission.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not get what happened to us in the Fashion Commission.
Yeah.
Let's not do it with the Film Commission. Okay, relax.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't there for that, but okay, go on.
We weren't there for that either.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the Film Commission
Yeah.
is still asleep. But once it wakes up, right, and starts actually spending money and paying rebates and spending money and into this industry, then we can help the people that are already in the industry. But they're gonna do it, but just shh.
Wait on
It's a long nap. It's a long nap.
Shoof.
The blueprint took a long time to build, so they need to rest for a little bit. Cannes was wild for a minute, so once the Film Commission, once it wakes up, then we're gonna get going.
I believe in good things come to those who wait. So, yani,
Yes, I agree with
yeah.
you.
Waiting is sometimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a nice
strategy.
podcast. We appreciate you.
Exactly, right?
Another band is coming and it's
I
over.
was just saying, like,
We love you, MOC. We seriously love you, but
we will keep waiting,
But the Film Commission.
We believe, and I'm a believer about Abdul. I believe in
And what?
الخير
I
جاي,
believe
inshallah.
that we should not disturb who's sleeping
Yeah.
at this time.
Do we have a TV commission?
Do we have? No, we don't have a
We don't have
TV
a
commission.
TV commission.
No.
Again, it goes back to the same problem. Creators creating for, and even now, like if I'm a creator, I wouldn't want to create something for TV. I want to create something for a streaming platform. I feel like I would be able to have more control rather than the expected TV format of, hey, just give me 30 episodes of Ramadan. غطيني رمضان. طب, okay, I have a story to tell here. مالك في رمضان جاي.
Fair point. Fair point.
We got you. 2025.
But even the content that you're
باب
getting.
الحارة made it. باب الحارة كم 12 I think
I have
بنوا
no
بنوا
idea,
سور
man.
صار سور الحارة at some point. You know?
No, it's not Bab al-Hara. Bab al-Hara is The Simpsons.
No, but
Okay?
that's what I'm saying.
Just keep going on and over and over again. Okay. It's going to be there forever.
الجيران يجوا, you know.
New neighbors.
Yeah, exactly.
Same plot.
يعني that's talk about a show with a cult following, my guy.
True.
عرفت?
But I agree with your point regarding like the
Film Commission.
No, the
Okay.
acting, the writing, the everything. The market is not ready. You look at
It's not about not ready.
no, I'm sorry. The Ramadan
It's not
content.
there.
Ramadan content. The thing that we all know is this is where all the money is. This is where
Exactly.
like the best of the best. Would you compare any of that to any show coming out of
Mozambique.
no, out of Hollywood that you're watching right now?
No. But speaking,
can't.
wait. There was
But
a
hold
sh-
on, we have a model for Ramadan though.
There was-
There's a Ramadan model that we always follow in the same way that we follow everything else though.
But keep in mind, I
I
also
didn't even finish the sentence.
go on.
Let's find the best influencer for this year
True.
and put him in a show بالغصب
Exactly.
and then force you to watch and say, this is amazing.
because it's Ramadan and you're definitely gonna watch it
and
either
you're
way.
stuck.
To be honest, now that I think about it, 2 points. One, there are some shows that I've been seeing in Ramadan that do have high production quality. I'm not following the shows. I don't know
Yes.
the plots.
Okay.
But I'm talking
Even
about
on Shahad,
That's
you're always
production
going to find
quality.
high production
production
quality.
quality.
NBC spends a lot of time trying to be cinematic more than pay attention to the story.
Yeah.
and
That's throwing money.
and the
And
other,
I say that,
we're not talking about
I say
throwing
that
money, we're
with
talking about
love.
talent.
and
with love and
the
care.
other
Don't
point
fire me.
is one of the shows that I've been watching that I've seen recently on Apple TV Plus is called Hijack, which
Yeah.
we've seen,
It's a great show.
and it's
I won't finish this, so I won't spoil it.
directed by a guy called Mo Hammer, I think. I don't know. But he's-
Mohammed is a
yeah.
comedian.
No, but he's an Egyptian director. He is an Egyptian director. So
Okay, anyway, with the point.
the point
Yeah.
is, that quality that you're speaking of is found among people that work in the Arab world.
Is it getting fostered and
Does
used?
he work in the Arab world or does he work in Hollywood? Exactly. Before you start,
Let's find out.
تألف عليها.
On the next episode of
Yeah.
Plastic House.
We went from okay. What was the movie before that? Adil Imam, and then what?
Hey.
It's actually Mo Ali, not Mo.
Yeah, because Mo Amr is a comedian. But
Yes.
okay,
Okay.
Shout out to Mo Amr,
استاهل.
And Mo Ali.
friend of a friend.
Yeah.
No, the guy who defended hummus. I gotta love him for that. بصراحة.
Oh, were you with us in Bennett? Oh, you weren't there.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, we met him when we were there with Moyed.
كفو والله. Did he have like hummus?
Yeah, he had hummus on
He was
him.
not
Like-
walking around with hummus Turks.
Actually, I walked in acting like a dick because I thought Moyed was making noise. I'm like, Habaya, shut the fuck up. And everyone's stay quiet because I had a badge on. And I see Mohammed sitting there like, hey man, how you doing? Moyed's like, هذا حيوان. So, shout out to Moyed. Fucking hilarious. Shams, you're taking too long. Anyway, let's go to the next topic before we bounce out of here.
Did you find where he was born?
What you find where it
I
was.
think he's originally Somali.
That's not the information we're looking for, Shamsi.
And
What shows that he directed or worked on?
the director.
باب الحارة.
Bab al-Hara.
No.
Does it make the list?
16 episode 6.
He did.
Or are we talking about ER?
He did a TV movie. He did a documentary.
Names. Are they good?
I mean,
Screw good.
I
Are they?
haven't- I
Which
haven't
market
heard-
are they from?
States.
States. خلاص.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
so
so
it's not in this ecosystem.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Thank you for wasting our time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he out with that knowledge.
You're welcome. Keys. It's called Keys.
Keys.
Keysek my nafsek. Anyways, we solve TV. And again,
We haven't solved sports.
Like it's,
sports
something-
tied to TV. خلينا نسلك.
من الآخر.
Sports is
Yeah,
tied to
صح,
TV.
صح, yeah. Solve
If we
A
solve
to get
TV,
B.
exactly.
Yeah,
خلاص
yeah.
هذا هو.
it's all things that go into your eyes.
Okay. So
Oh no!
and we are.
What are we doing right now?
What are we doing?
Yeah,
Are we doing something together?
I see you doing like.
I don't know if I'm connected or not. I should be.
You were. You're just muted.
How am I muted, bro?
Aren't you muted here?
I don't want to blast it. That's why.
I believe Mo Ali is
Sweden.
British. Actually,
Who?
Mo Ali, the director, is British.
Shout out to LG's. Marsa just came out. Let's finish up with some music. A couple of tracks came out this week. Shout out to خياط.
شكله ما في حاجة بتجي بالتهذيب I'm playing ما في حبيب فيك نجزل كلهم تركيب إشارة وما في لبيب الوش الشينا ملوزين منه عارفون دارين في بيتمنوا ركبوا زنبك شان يتهنوا والجزمة بتشال نحتنه ما عندي بيبي على مستواطي تحت الوضع بزنس بس من البطاقة كسكس بس تحب الشوكولاتة ولسه ستيلو جيزة زيادة من الحركة راجعوا الداتا لسه صغار انتو تاتا 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 I've been this game وديلي تمادو كشف الليد وديلي الداسو ناس زيك يا متعادو ديك الزد كمهم زاد كل مقفول روك ستار تلف وتدور زي البحار كمية اوبشنز بس اختار عجب اللايف ستايل اقسم بالله بتقلدو نقز باللي بجددو دايم بتهددو ما في غيرنا بحددو والفيديو مسافرين نكون رخاص عارفين نكون لكن برضو زيكم انتو بس كيف انكم مفصل فين بيستاهلوا على دلجاتهم بسايل لسه متصايل واسمي مع اللاوايل وين اللاوايل ما كلهم شافين مسايل جاري بعيد وبغواراي سامي سواري اتكلم محكي لي ماضي
خياط يا شباب خياط
I have my own نظرتي كاش مالي شنطتي
يا اخي والجيز It has like
Never
a
misses. Never misses.
special voice,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, he always hits, honestly.
Man, shout out to LGs, bro.
عايزة وين تعشي ولا عايزة تتمشي أساطير صاحبك زي بس بيطير خطوة كيلو ما متر حكمك كنوتك في التر تابع في السما فوق أسامينا.
Yo, shout out LGs. Shout out LGs. Shout out LGs.
stuff,
That was
good stuff,
amazing.
good
That
stuff.
was amazing. That was beautiful,
The
man.
great tracks keep coming.
You know, seriously, shout out to LGs. I don't know who was with him on this one. I think it was, I truly think it was Hayat. Let me check it out. Yeah, Hayat 7 Birds. Shout out to Hayat 7 Birds.
كفو
Oh, shout out to the boys.
Yes, sir.
Y'all want to play the next track?
We got
Good.
Moors.
Yeah, we got Moors.
Let's go.
This is called Greedy,
Mm.
The youngin.
the youngin. This is a different one. This is with Nawal, right?
Yes.
Yes. Shout out to Nawal and NBL. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
No, Nawal can count. Amazing.
Surprising.
Sorry, Nawal. All right. Okay.
Little bit uptown,
Sheesh.
It's gonna grab your attention just like that.
singing da 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 da. You got me figured out, without a doubt. Da 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 da. But I can be greedy. You want me, you need me. You're just trying to see me. Oh, please.
NBL.
But they're deceiving.
What are you doing?
Guitar, yo, that guitar.
Memories, 'cause they lie to you, just like you do.
Oh, look at you, NBL.
Smooth.
Go ahead, Noah.
Dude, the bass line. Well fucking done on the bass.
ما بتذكر شو صار فينا
And she switches up.
Yeah.
نسيتك هيك وبس خوار بيكسر بعضه
Oh, thank God.
I can be greedy.
Go ahead, Noah.
You want me, you need me.
I love this.
You're just
Yeah, I
trying to
love this.
see me. Oh, please give up the deceiving, the disbelieving, mess up memories, 'cause they lie to you, just like you do. You're lying, not saying the truth. I'm giving up on you. Stuck in what for you. I did this all
I actually want to play the whole thing.
'cause I can be greedy. You want me, you need me. You're just trying to see me. Oh,
Well, that was different.
That's
was
dope.
different.
That was
dope.
different.
It's fresh.
Shout out to Noah and NBL. I'm not gonna tell you what NBL told me about this track, but off the podcast.
Off the podcast.
Yeah, so we're gonna get in
later
trouble.
on. We'll find it later on.
But come on.
This is a dope track. I love this.
Hold on, let's see where he's taking us.
Letting it down slowly.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Okay, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I see you.
He's dropping you out on the clouds.
Yo.
Just keep throwing you up there.
Yo.
Like it's the same track? Yes, it's the same track.
NBL Nawal.
Yo, shout out to Noah and NBL for a great
By the way,
track
just
called
said
Greedy.
Ascent. Let's go. Ascent.
I'm taking you. Don't worry.
Dude.
Yo, that
I
was
love this.
that was a beautiful track.
That was good. That
That
was
was a
really
beautiful
good. That was
track.
really shout out.
I
for
did
real.
not really expect it to be this fucking good, to be very honest. That's why I've been skipping it for a minute.
What a shame, Radul. What a shame.
You know the vibe?
Expectations quite
What's
high.
with the accent?
I have no idea, bro. See, I have a problem with my boys in Saudi and my boys in the States.
You have problems.
Okay, I have issues.
Issues,
Okay,
yes.
And so when I talk to either side, like I just start mixing things up. Don't say that. Don't say that.
No,
Don't
he
say
just
that.
gets excited about mixing things up.
Yeah.
That's actually scary. I'm trying to find this other track that I wanted to play for you guys. Stall for a second.
Stall. Music. It's great.
I went into Sims mode على طول. Yeah.
No, but saying there's this. It's good to see like
No, but NBL.
you know
keep
people dropping
experimenting with every
regularly
single
and steadily.
genre. Well done. And the end of that track, that needs to be like, I need that as a separate track.
we need you to keep going on with this on its own.
I'm trying to find this track.
What are you talking?
Because the boys.
What's the
come
track
on.
you're looking for? Though?
Nah,
Let us help out.
Nah, you don't know it.
Help me.
What
help
is
you.
your favorite genre, Turks?
I don't have for now. Like now, it's disco.
Now, why now?
Because
So for our next track.
I like jumping from between one genre to the other.
I found
But
it.
Ayo,
Okay, that okay.
no, you stall. Hold
Yeah.
up. So before that, it was funk.
Okay,
But the reigning genre is always going to be rock.
how different is funk from disco?
Yo, we don't have another hour for this,
No,
bro.
but we're exploring
But
taste.
one allows you to strut, the other wants you to dance. Go on. What's the next track?
You know,
What's the next track?
I want to ask you a question since we're at this.
Yeah.
Why is it when we all have free time, you don't say a single word? Then the second I say, yo, let me wrap this up. What's the difference between a molecule
Because
and an animal?
I feel like
What are you doing?
See,
I feel like
you
time
told-
opens up. You know,
You told him to stall.
My perceptions.
But there's a. لازم
This
يحمي
next
أول.
track is called You Know.
You falling in love,
Kabir.
you just not enough. No, you hate it when I'm.
You didn't hear this,
I haven't
right?
heard this. No, actually, I haven't
These
heard
are the baddies that I text when I'm alone. You know I know, baby. You falling in love. You falling in love. You falling in love. 'Cause I've been on it. I feel so cool. You better know me, but I'm on the move. You just might choose to move on, but you stay. Don't blame me when I'm on it. My feels got my ways. I need to lose you. I need to make that moolah. I need to lose you. I need to carry you. I need to lose
Hey, hey, hey.
it. Smooth.
You know.
Hey, hey.
You falling in love, intoxicated, lighting up. You just not enough. No, you hate it when I'm gone. Got these other baddies that I text when I'm alone. You know I know, baby. You falling in love. You falling in
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm about to jump in the S class real quick and just blast this yo on the road.
It's cruising music.
It is.
Please don't mind me. I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot on the line. I get them two at a time. So please don't mind me. All of my choices complicated. All of these sounds just started fading. All of these dreams I'm trying to make. So please don't mind.
What a track, bro. Shout out to Kabir, bro. You know,
This
you
is
know,
really good. What's it called?
you know.
No. Okay.
It's an amazing track. Before we bounce, you know, we're already copyrighted. We're already copyrighted.
But
Do you want me to tell you the track that I've been playing over and over in the Mercedes? Because the sound system was just perfect for it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it doesn't require so much bass and so on. I don't know if you heard it or not. Someone sent it to me. Shout out to the person who sent it to me.
Okay.
Was I playing it? Oh, you were playing it?
Yeah.
Go save it. TeddySwims.
TeddySwims.
Who?
I've heard that name.
What did he do?
It's called Lose Control.
I've heard that name. Have I heard that name?
Something's got a hold on me lately. No, I don't know myself anymore.
TeddySwims, Lose Control.
Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, out of my mind. How many times?
Turks is gonna be playing this going home.
Hold on, still assessing.
All right.
Still assessing.
Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know? I'm lose control.
Hey.
Okay.
I told you.
Sir.
I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see
Good. Teddy does what?
I told you.
Teddy walks.
Teddy swims.
Teddy swims.
Teddy walks. Teddy swims, lose control.
Dude.
Someone sent it to me. My boy, he was like, yo, since you're in the car, play this. Trust me. You got the speakers for
You're
it.
gonna enjoy it.
And
Yo.
bro, that was on replay nonstop.
That's a good track.
It sounded beautiful in 4D.
Bro, there's a lot of people dropping music. What's going on?
About time. Shh.
Snow Allegra.
Don't say. All right, don't let them hear you, bro. Thank God we got music finally.
Let them drop.
I played the new
Russ
Snow
just dropped an
Allegra.
album.
Cool. So Snow Allegra.
Cool.
I played it once.
Okay.
I still haven't gone back to it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was Snow Allegra, Snow Allegra.
Mick Jenkins just dropped an album.
Mick who?
Mick Jenkins.
Mick Jenkins, His
His
name was my name too.
Do you not know Mick Jenkins?
All right.
You know Mick Jenkins.
I know this.
He's from Florida.
Oh!
From Florida.
From Florida.
Dude.
I'm guilty.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh!
Also مسج اللي جاتي مخالفة بس. It's the typing, bro. مش it's a reminder.
والله
Like اتخالفت خلصت like ادفع تكفى.
Bro, I just paid it off and I got another 2, then I just paid them off and then
Do they still double after a while?
no, they stopped doubling a long time ago. Thank God.
You know what that tells you?
God.
Tells
ما
you
أجي
it took
مخالفات,
my
I don't know.
time. Exactly.
رجل
يبغى يوريك
نظامي.
Exactly.
By the law.
أوقف غلط
By the
مين؟
law. By the
أنا
law.
أسرع مين؟
No, I ate a beautiful high speed. I'm not gonna say how fast.
Yeah.
Right? And I thought I was in the clear. It was a good 2 minutes. I'm like, yo, like there's nothing. Shatter father, just like all you see is the lights.
والله إني رهيب.
And then boom in my face, bro. I'm like, hey, it's too good to be true. Like I went so far away, okay, and you still caught me.
What do you expect, bro? النظام.
I like to help المرور.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. وزارة النقل.
Exactly.
يستاهلون.
نسعى
New
لتنمية
roads.
نسعى لتنمية الوطن.
Roads, it's back.
Exactly.
وين RC. Okay. Oh, I forgot. RC.
لمبة جديدة.
Yeah, anyway. We out. Peace. We'll see you next week.
Sleeping, come on.
يلا peace.
Peace.
Peace.